Hello there and welcome. You're looking at a series with, that's right, Dumais as the United States Forces. And as we reveal... Ah, fuck it. Sorry, guys. I'm not meant to swear either. I've absolutely messed this up. Absolutely messed this up. Hang on a sec, dudes.
Need some recon, sir?
It's very difficult to get this working at times.
You can do the tactical pause.
Ah, yeah, true. I've got that now. There we go. And there we go. That reveals it. Okay, full stop, full stop. No high YouTube yet. Don't let YouTube know how amateurish the live streams can be, guys, because YouTube only get the segment that looks professional. So don't tell them that I'm amateur and that I make mistakes and there's loads of crap that goes on. It's just professional. It's fine. Hello there and welcome to Game 1 of what looks set to be a very, very interesting best of 3. This is the third round of the Master League. I'm looking at one of the best CoH1 players in CoH1 ladder right now, but this isn't CoH1, this is CoH3. And in the north, I've got Barton PL, one of the best CoH2 tournament players of the early days. And I've got a very special guest. You've never heard him ever cast with me ever before. It's Orange Pest, one of the better players in the world right now. How are you doing, Orange Pest?
I'm doing pretty good, just slightly sick, but I'm looking forward to watching my buddy Napoleon play, or Dumais, because we've been basically scrimming a lot recently, so his build is going to be influenced by what we did and discovered.
Oh, interesting. So, the Weasel, who is a Weasel by name and by nature, that's part of the build, is it?
It is. It's one of the strongest early game units in the game, and specifically Crossroads. On the other maps, it's not super strong. But specifically just because it's got the self-heal, the capping, and the healing potential on infantry, just makes it such a menace in the early game. And bikes also just struggle against it really hard.
I'm going to have to ask Barton to stop messaging players in the middle of tournament games. He likes to try and have a conversation and befriend them. And here we go Merry Who Go Round the Kradschützen, which is a famous old English game that we used to play in the meadows, so... A little bit of an ode to that from the US. Maybe they picked that up before they launched into Tunisia, perhaps.
That's some sweaty scout micro.
It was pretty cool, actually. Dumais is a decent player, Orange Pest. You've been making him better, though, for CoH3, I think. Scrimming a lot with him by the sounds of things.
Yeah, we share the very similar playstyles. You know, we're both aggressive, very vehicle-oriented. I mean, in CoH1, he only played, like, PE, essentially, which was... the most micro-intensive faction, from what I understood.
Yeah. If you count blobbing around, it is micro-intensive because all the vehicles tend to be quite, lightly armored and finicky to play with. So yeah, you're right. But some people shudder when you say micro-intensive because they just think of PE blobs. Meanwhile, go on. What are you going to say, dude?
Sorry. Oh, just the bike going for the cutoff is a very interesting move, very risky. Just because, the Weasel plus just the sheer amount of volume of rifles on the field right now means the bike really won't have the support.
No, Barton got in and got out, though. Nice work by the veteran Pole, who Orange Pest, I believe, played as a 2v2 partner of at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, we used to play a lot of 2v2s, but we weren't particularly good. 2v2 was never really my thing.
No, same. I need the constant tension of a 1v1 and all the actions being dependent on what I do. Because otherwise I just blame my teammates. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's a very typical coping mechanism. You can also blame the map, RNG, lag. Yeah.
Orange Pest, I think you've got a list in front of you there. You just, I could sense your mic volume tailed off a little bit, meaning you were looking down. The Orange Pest list of excuses. I like it. It's good. You should patent that.
It's a defense mechanism.
Right, these devilish Panzer Pioneer squads who are part and parcel with the DAC at the moment, don't they, Orange Pest? Tell the viewers why they're so good.
Just because the P-grans are really bad, basically. They're so awful. In comparison to, say, like rifles or Pathfinders or any other mainline, that just making Panzer POs gives you more ranged firepower and also just more capping power. And you also get the Flamer upgrade, and the Flamer upgrade is crazy good in CoH3 right now.
It really is. And I kind of want them to keep it that way. I hate garrison play. I love flamethrowers. I just want them to make it more expensive. And that's why...
Yeah, it used to be a lot of a risk to getting an early flamer, I think, because right now there isn't really one.
Ratchets have nearly killed this scout squad there. As we have more rifles hitting, do you think Brown... Well, you'll know, Orange Pest, and I don't want you to spoil it, because I can ask you what's coming next, and you know what's coming next. But Orange Pest, I think Browning automatics will be part of this build order, and I'll be surprised if they're not.
That would be pretty correct, yeah.
Okay.
Just, it's a very CQC map, it's very close range. You just blob up, you push. He doesn't really have a suppression platform. Bars are just amazing.
Yeah, they really are. This map is bigger than the CoH2 equivalent. I've measured it just about, but it's not bigger than a lot of the Company Heroes 2 maps, like Twin Tuners or Road to Beaches. They're massive, aren't they, Orange Pest?
Yeah, it makes the map feel like Famenville in comparison. That's the crazy thing. Because when I played this, I was like, this is so small, I feel like I can't maneuver anywhere. But that's you just have to adapt your playstyle to the map, basically. Which is why we were seeing rifles, which are basically non-meta in any other map, be basically the go-to playstyle.
There we go. There we go. And I've seen some decent replay sizes. Once you told me how brutal Crossroads could be, I was a bit worried, but I've got this one is a pretty decent size, so I'm hoping for a really good game here between Dumais and Barton.
Well, so far, Barton is actually putting up a really solid defense. I want to say he hasn't started teching yet, so he might be waiting for the Panzerjäger calling or the Askrans.
Do you want me to tell you something about Barton, Orange Pest? He's one of the few players that I've ever played that had terrifying micromechanical skill and positioning. Love Nest's another one, but Barton manhandled me in a way that made me realise that there aren't levels, there aren't leagues, there's different sports in Company Heroes skill level. And that was when he was in his prime, obviously. That was a long time ago. But yeah, he could be terrifying when he gets better, when he keeps getting better, you know. He can be really good.
Well, if we're going to have monthly tournaments, then just the skill level is going to rapidly rise for basically anyone participating.
Yeah, we'll see who the real prospective legends of the game, or the genuine OGs are. There's going to be newcomers, there's going to be old people. I don't want to keep saying that second part of that word. I ran into that last week, actually. But yes, indeed.
Just something I want to point out with Napoleon's resource control right now. He's sitting on 200 munitions.
Wow.
So I think he's still waiting on the bar pop, but there is a bit of a combination. As you can see, he went captain, which means the oh god, the bike.
What bike? Very dead bike.
This is why you don't go bike on this map.
Ooh, nice grenade! Oh, the health damage! Nice work.
Oh.
That was meaty.
Early grenades is a bit risky against Dak, but having early snares isn't bad. It's gonna slow down his timing a bit, but that means he's gonna go for a very, very infantry-heavy focus. He's probably also holding out for the SSF commandos, as he's got the command points for it right now.
Saul Kawzak used them. No, actually, Ferrigy versus Helping Hands, my bad.
No, Kawzak also used them against him.
Everyone's using them. Okay, fair
They're
enough.
very good on this map, just because it's small-sized. It just changes how you're using a lot of the units. It makes it defensive. Oh god, that MG.
Oh, that was a really lucky. Because of the bike giving a heavy cover there, it dampened the damage of the grenade, meaning the MG is still alive. Alright, Barton's got to get out of this, Orange Pest. He's going to go east. This is what maybe some of the other players I've seen today possibly could have done.
Yeah, he's going for a lot of force concentration. I would love to see just the resources Barton has right now, just to get a good idea of what he's planning. Because do you know if he's selected a commander at all?
I can find out. He has chosen, get this, Italian combined arms. What on earth?
Positively shocked.
How are Orange Pest and I's levels, everybody? We sounding reasonably in tune? Just check. We've got a grenade launcher. Bloody Barton was using these last week as well.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get a blob of grenade launchers just to get a lot of burst damage. And because he wants to fight at long range anyway, this means you can just blob ahead and just volley fire, essentially.
Weasels come into view. This thing has 4 infantry kills and counting. Oh, gets hit by a big volley from the Jaegers, though. playfully smacking it on the butt as it drives past. It's going to be out of combat for a while. Yeah, Barton stabilising. Go on, Orange, that's what you've got to say, mate.
I don't think this is actually stable at all. I think he's nearing collapse. With the bars out, the upgrades are coming shortly, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's not looking good. It's just, yeah, the 30 munitions bar and everything. And it's just rough.
Well, what about Carrot Tomato? Surely Carrot Tomato happens soon.
It should be in about 2 minutes, if I remember my timings correctly.
Well, let's see if he can stabilise and get there. These bars are only 1/2 of the bar upgrade at the moment.
He does have snares too, which is it's very important to keep in mind, because he did throw one grenade and Barton has to just play very carefully with his vehicles now. He can't really risk it.
Seemingly not, as he's trying to play out of his base. He did manage to capture a few eastern territories there. Victory point wise, he is down to 300 and dropping, but he was able to get Dumais down by 100. The Quebecois player, French Canadian. Oh.
Got Aspen's coming out as well. Do you know if that? I think that's not the call, and I think he literally just built those.
He literally just built them. Wow.
That's some pricey.
Yeah, they're expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're really, really strong. I've started running double assault grenadiers, and just once you get that combined arm bonus going, it means they shred rifles, which is why I think we'll see a lot of players going for assault grenadiers if they go DAC on this map.
Fair enough, the captain and his retinue behind the heavy cover. Barton's trying to push out. He's got the grenade launcher as well, which could help him do so. A lot of health damage and more. There it is. Against the captain. Meanwhile, he's trying to cap in the north the +10 fuel. Barton's not out of this game yet. I don't think there's been a single squad wipe, if I'm not mistaken.
Not yet, but there will be eventually. Someone's gonna slip up.
Just see that they climb the stairs in the house, which is an interesting addition to Come Heroes 3. The camera judders as they go up the stairs. More realism.
Interesting from Napoleon. I think he dropped an MG using the Weasel.
Oh, nice. There's an ability.
I think that's like 75 munitions.
Oh, he dodges a grenade, but you can't dodge the one from the Panzerpioniers. It's too bloody fast. Look at that! That'll get rid of you.
Yeah, it's forcing Napoleon to make very, very hard pushes rather than just poking at range.
Would you class Barton as stabilised now? He seems to have an Italian summer salad in the east of the map.
Yeah, now.
Okay.
Now, he's reached the point where it's like he's not going to automatically lose in the next few minutes.
We had fake stabilisation, now we have real stabilisation. My favourite kind. Everyone in chat, it's Aiko Carrot, Aiko Tomato. 2 emotes and that create a very pretty picture. SSF commandos coming onto the field. We've got the bazooka upgrade, and they kind of hit one of them.
Could you just switch over to Barton's perspective? Because I want to see if he's tagged any upgrades of the vehicles, because they'll make, oh god, those rifles.
Yeah, so I'm just going to capture this firstly, because that's very dead. This guy
So what's the rifle in the center, I think? He's down a rifle.
Oh my! Oh, 2 squad...
I got
yeah,
the M13, I think, got him.
There we go. Browning down there. We've got a Pioneer down in the north as well. Cara Marto looking for some more kills. Sorry, yes, Barton's perspective you want to see. Can you check in base?
Is it possible to look at his upgrades?
No, it's not, sorry.
Ah. It's such a huge deal to know which upgrades they go for.
It really is important. You can't tell on the Caro Amato itself, can you?
I don't remember the specific HP number, but...
Its HP is currently
I
480, which
means
seems unupgraded. Yeah, he would have mechanized in base as well, surely. Oh, he does. Right, he does. So he's either got it coming... I would go tungsten first, though, personally. What do you go for? Tungsten or health?
I usually go for HP, but if there's a Sherman on the field or a potential Sherman, that's when I go for the fixed penetration and damage.
Wow, some big sticky bombs coming in on this Caro. He needs to get that Browning upgrade as well, in my opinion. We've got more...
And just throw it on the Panzerjägers.
Yeah, make them multi-use. We're going to cloak mode there. The newly formed 4-man squad. As squads come in from the north. This could be terrible for Dumais, Orange Pest. Very low
it's
health there.
overextending. It's very, very greedy, but I think he wants to maintain pressure no matter what. Knowing that like more M13s will 100% be on the way in the short future,
Yeah.
it means he has to just pile on more pressure before like well, his Sherman that he's building will get overwhelmed by 2 of them.
Yes, indeed. It's a very good point for people in auto match out there, and it's something I've found playing DAC a lot myself as well. If they don't put me under pressure, I know I've won. It's that simple. They are the most powerful meta in the game at the moment, but that doesn't mean that they are uncounterable, does it, Orange Pest? It just means that you have to keep them off balance, basically.
Yeah, as long as you pile on pressure and just you apply manpower damage more so than fuel and munitions damage, that's when you can really start eking ahead the wins. Just because the reinforced cost of all this infantry, even though it's not that massive for Panzer Pioneers, the fact that everything is automatically just basically got an inflation in manpower cost does mean that it's very easy to just target as manpower instead.
Here's one of the most iconic tanks of all time. It's the M4A1 rolling into view. Needs to save the day for Dumais because he's getting eviscerated by these little Italian tanks. Oh, side hit and tank grenade. The crew is shocked and they're facing the wrong... Well, they're facing the right way just about. That is frontal armor. Couldn't tell at first. Jaegers are there to save the day. Can they do enough damage? No, Sherman gets the kill. There is another one, though. Should he be rolling in there, do you think, Orange Pest, possibly?
I would not risk it.
Okay.
Just the threat of the ability the AT rifles have. There's a slowdown ability, which means if he overextends, he could get snared.
Right.
And there's another AT rifle unit coming in to put on even more pressure.
There we go, saving the day. And a grenade to help the SSFs on their way. Oh, you kill one, and there's another appearing almost immediately.
Yeah, this is the big thing about the M13. It's super cost efficient.
It's like a
But
seven-headed Hydra, isn't it? You just...
you literally just can't kill enough of them.
Oh no, there's another one down!
Ooh.
Good work by Dumais. And don't forget, everybody, these Caros, they rely almost on snowballing. Good grenade.
You want to get at least a minimum of 3. If you can get 3 out, that's almost a win condition just because of raw numbers.
Yes.
Although against handheld AT, it's not nearly as effective.
Fuel uncapped in the north. We've got Dumais on 140 fuel. Meanwhile, Barton currently has 16. He does have Pact of Steel though, meaning his Caros only cost 38.
So about every 3rd minute you can get another one.
Ah, that's balanced. That is good. Just like
well, at this point, to be honest, I feel like he's been cornered anyway, so just he's stuck with this now. And unfortunately for him, this build does not have a super strong late game, even with all the upgrades. Shermans and rifles and SSF commandos eventually will just overrun you.
These grenadiers, in the traditional sense of the word, very much like Napoleonic War, as Orange Pest pointed out last week. He's against somebody formerly known as Napoleon in auto match ladder and destroyed him on retreat almost.
Yeah, that is just the volley fires. There's so much raw DPS in one go.
Wowzer. Now, it seems to me that Barton is beginning to create like a blob to throw yourself on. And on Twin Beaches last weekend, Orange Pest, I think... Oh, nice destruction damage there on Legoland. Oh, P-47's coming in. Needs to be careful. Oh, dear. Oh, avoiding the strafes just about. But what was I saying, sorry, Orange Pest? On Twin Beaches, it was a very big map, so you could avoid Barton's blob. But on Crossroads, you can't avoid it very much, can you?
Yeah, you know, in Crossroads, you have to fight. There's no, no dodging about or trying to avoid. You just have to fight each other. Which is, it can be a good thing, but it's also, if you're behind, it's one of those things that makes the map very snowbally.
It can do, definitely.
But looking at the VP count, I mean, we're only 19 minutes in, it's barely been like 100 VP drops.
I think we're looking at like we're going to watch a very good game, don't it? It looks that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and this is actually something I discussed with Napoleon. He's building a Hellcat because I argued the Hellcat is actually better at dealing with the carrots, better than the Sherman. Because you'll win the infantry fight anyway, so it's kind of pointless to just get a generalist when the Hellcat is cheaper and faster.
Zilligath says it's a mistake, though, Orange Pest. But people
Well,
in chat are undecided. Hellcat,
I'm
Hellcat.
right there wrong.
Oh,
So.
okay, fair enough. You've got the microphone. That's what I always say, Orange Pest.
Exactly. They can only write in all comments. They can't tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, this could be bad. This could be really bad. Dumais seen it, but it's really late, and he's got an animation to work through before he can actually run away. Meanwhile, he does get an engine damage critical on one of his carrots there.
I believe he could go for a dive here, but I'm so afraid of the AT rifles in Napoleon's shoes that like this could backfire really quickly.
Fastest tank-like vehicle. That's definitely a tank, but you're not allowed to call it a tank. The Hellcat of the Second World War was really bloody fast, and it's coming straight for this carrot, and it gets the kill. Will it be able to get away, however? Is it a straight-up sacrifice? It's a pretty expensive one, if you ask me. We'll have to wait and see.
He's got the resources, and he's got the rifle support, and Barton can't afford to go in for the dive here, I think. Oh, just on a pixel of HP there.
Just about surviving. And it looks like it's going to be fine. How much health did it have? It had 40 out of 600, so one more shot from anything with anti-tank capabilities would have finished the job there.
But that is the strength of the Hellcat, it's just so quick. You can just go in, go out, and you can just keep avoiding the fights. Rifles will always win the infantry fights for you, so you just threat and snare.
Let's check out base. Wait a second. Oh, there they are. The engineers. They've got a lot of work to do. It'd almost be worth getting some veterancy on them. They've not even been in combat, really. It's going to take a long time to get these tanks back to health.
It does, but he's been killing enough of them at least for it to matter to a significant extent so far.
Look at this poor commander squad. Just nope. There's no point fighting this blob of grenade launchers. It's like, did you ever play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah, the noob tube.
Yeah, when you went into one of those games, it was like a low-rank lobby and everyone's just noob tubing. You spawn, immediately you're noob tubed.
I find that, like, they're really good at range, but if Napoleon can find an opening with a rifle blob and just sprint in, he could very easily decimate that volley, essentially.
He's going to have to pick his moments. I feel there'll be an epic strafe at some point this game, and I can't wait.
Is it possible to check what upgrades Napoleon has?
Yeah,
or is it not possible to see anyone's upgrades?
No, you can see his upgrades. If I select here, you can see he's gone for the... Well, you know he's gone for infantry support. What else do you want to see?
I want to see if he's gotten the extra HP on the rifles. That's in the training center.
Ah! No. Basically, I asked Jan to cover the bottom right of the UI, and I'm starting to regret I did that. But yeah, this is why I'm the guinea pig. He's made these replay tools, and I'm sure he'll change how they work based on how...
I mean, as long as we give him feedback, I'm sure he'll fair enough to change things.
This is early days in our community for CoH3. Ah, hey, Quadro in chat with an excellent idea, checking the health of a squad. 600, 100 apiece. Is that right, Orange Best?
That means they're not upgraded, I think.
He's not following your advice.
No, he's not. I told him specifically that in the late game you should upgrade that XP, so you just start steamrolling infantry.
So this is fun.
I think it's better against Ver than Dak, to be honest.
Go, little commandos, go! I tell you what.
That fire rate on those grenade launchers, that's crazy.
Right, people in chat, is there any moderators I want to poll? I want who you think is going to win game one, because it seems like a very fair game at the moment. Anybody could win. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Barton's blob or Dumais' incredible co-ability?
This ability to play the meta.
Indeed. Dumais easy, people are saying. Okay, so it's CoH1 versus CoH2. People are going for the player more famous for CoH1 at the moment. Well, Barton obviously was a CoH1 player as well.
Yeah, they're both basically CoH1 players, to be honest.
Barton won like a world championship in
No,
CoH3?
no. It's basically a Cold One player.
You don't want to have any acknowledgement of him. Oh god, the rifles are going in. This is dangerous. Carrot's trying to get away.
He's trying to scout for the Hellcat there. It's very risky, but the
Nearly
rifles
paid
are
off.
extremely durable.
Yeah, it was good. Oh god, the pole's up. Thanks, Zany's up. Good work, mate. Check out Zany's up.
Oh, he got the whiz bang out. That's,
My god, he's gonna shotgun him with the whiz bang. This could be devastating. And he missed. He missed. He missed again. And there's another miss. Oh, another miss. This is fantastic. He hit himself. He hit himself 3 times.
He's farming veterancy off his own unit.
Oh, this guy's a genius. He's a genius, guys. Making use of the captain's retreat, he was able to farm veterancy on the captain, so when it reappears, it'll have slightly more experience, making it a more powerful captain. That is prime use of the whizbang.
That is peak level Co3 right there. That is just the peak. I have no words.
Oh, well. I think he's showing us all how to play the game. I think he should be telling you what to do from now on, Orange Pest.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, shooting your own troops. That's a certified strategy right there.
That's when you overthink. Never overthink a rocket artillery. I found that watching 2v2 for my sins, Orange Pest, is the players just rocket artillery where the thing is. Don't try and anticipate the thing moving or the thing retreating. Just do it. There's more, you're more often going to be right than wrong.
I mean, you're always going to force a retreat regardless, basically, so, yeah.
In this case, he didn't force anything, he just, yeah.
He's trying to be big brain. But I will say, people really don't like the whizbang, they think it's bad. But I have noticed, if you can get it to veterancy 1,
yeah,
it gets an ability which actually makes it, like, do a lot of damage and just do a lot of good scatter.
Sticky in there. We've got the SSFs coming up above. We've got the Hellcat pushing in. That could be a very dead carrot. Oh, but here they are, the Panzer Jaegers, ready to save the day. And Barton's just subsisting. Sort of decent composition.
He's trying to get critical mass, it feels like. Getting to that point where his army is just too many, essentially. Kind of surge tactics.
We do have a Browning heavy machine gun that's been seeded to the pole. He's very hungry pole. Whizbang used on the Caro. Well, used on nothing yet again. Guess how many kills it's got, everybody? None.
30? I think his goal is to try and snipe the MG with it or force it to move. I think, but it's got short range. You can't really extend that as much as you can with other artillery,
Going over to Barton's composition, it has been requested. We've got 1 carrot tomato, 2, a very dirty one, and 3 on veterancy 2. Meanwhile, we've got 4 Panzer Pioneers with the grenade launcher upgrade, 2 Jaegers, 2 machine guns, a Pak 38. It's a pretty damn good composition, to be honest. Dumais fighting back, though. Here come the grenade launchers with the Pak helping out.
This would be the perfect strafing opportunity.
He's
Come on.
Got a very good engine. Damage critical. Can he make anything happen here? Surely a strafe's going to come in at the same time. Tanks are trying to bait them in. Surely it's bait. Where's that strafe at? Here it comes. No, he's used the munitions. My bad. He's used the munitions, meaning he can't use the strafe. He loses the Hellcat.
He used the HE rounds in the Shermans, which was it's a bit of a misplay, but tournament conditions. It's hard in the first game. Gotta get into the groove.
Well, talking of misplays, here's a unit I like to call M4A1 Sherman Misplay. That's its new name.
Well, okay, big brain strategy, alright? You use it as a meat shield, because you get a veterancy when you get shot at. And then you get Vet 1, and then you use the Vet 1 ability.
Dude, you sound like a GLA commander from Command & Conquer Generals. Big brain strategy. We plant a bomb on the whizbang.
I mean, at this point, considering how valuable it is, better than literally just missing.
Oh! Yeah, it's too late. You should have done it while stuff was going on.
That's the latest strafe of all time. It should have been there 30 minutes ago.
This guy's a Co-1 player, though. He should be at 1 with the strafes.
No, he was thinking, you know, there's not going to be any flares on the strafe, so you'll be able to easily wipe everything. And then he saw the flares come down, he started sweating, realizing this team actually has things like that.
Yeah, he saw flares on the strafe and said to himself, I'm in danger. Oh! Sherman misplays, ready to misplay yet again, everybody. What's it going to do this time?
He's blocking his own medics.
Come on, Sherman misplay, show us we're wrong. Let's go. Oh, here
no,
we go.
he's shooting at literally nothing. Wait, what? What?
What is that? What is this?
Oh, I know what he was doing. I get it.
Clearing mines.
He was trying to find the Panzerjägers because they got camo. That's what it was. Because they might have been hiding in the middle of VP. So he might have thought like
Orange Pest, can I just call you up for bias at this point? Because I
No,
sense no irony
Dude,
in your voice.
I'm telling you, because I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, oh, would you? Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's not a mistake.
I see.
You gotta believe me.
What you're telling me is you trained Dumais wrong as a joke.
Yeah.
That's sick. Why would you do that? Right, Sherman pushes in, Veteran C2 pushing away the Jaegers. Here we go, they've got the carrot tomatoes coming in through the centre.
Second Sherman on the field. I think Barton has not upgraded the penetration rounds, just looking at the bounces on the Sherman.
Sherman's killed a squad over here. That was unannounced. It definitely happened. And here we go.
Another pack coming in.
Yeah, another pack. Barton. Pack's on the attack, shaking his little tail feathers. Wow.
Crowds are pushing us back. We're down to
I mean, those
repair
200
speed.
manpower packs are just so crazy good to have.
Dude, this is badass because they've all got Veteran C2. Improves repair and construction speed, basically. Same as CoH3.
Well, what's this munitions cat at? Because I don't think we've seen any mines, right? Like, what's he sinking it in?
He's got 75. He must have gotten some kind of upgrade or something. I don't know, actually. What could he have used that on, everybody? Any ideas?
The grenade launchers would be one, but I don't see much of else. Maybe the penetration rounds on the
Ah,
turret.
yeah, the tungsten thingies, the penetration rounds. That's it, yeah. He's owning this game at the moment. He only has 2 victory points, but...
I want to say he's owning it.
Oh, he's finally gotten a kill off with the whiz-bang. Here we go. First kill. First 2 kills. It's been 5 barrages, everybody. And it was worth the wait. He wipes a pack. Finally making use of it. There you go. That was a 5-kill barrage on his 5th barrage.
Most importantly, it's almost Veteran C1 with it out of the game. Oh, I say
Out of the gate.
I've counted those other barrages as him starting as an opponent, you know.
Never cast your friends because you make everything sound better. Out of the gate.
I can't help it, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm super biased. Watch me cast Aimstrong once. If Aimstrong shows up next tournament, I'm basically going to sound like a fangirl. So it's fine. Don't worry, I've been there. Sherman pushes in to take out the Pack 38.
Killing the pack is huge though. If you can get the steal on this,
Yes,
it would
that could be big.
game changing, I think. Oh, he's also getting the other pack. Rifle is chasing.
Could get it, could get it. Oh, but the grenades are waiting for him. Sherman pushes in. This could be it. He's got the commandos also. The carrots shy away in terror as they're about to meet their maker. Both packs down. US infantry pouring in. Sherman gains Veteran C2. Where's the backup? The whiz-bangs not ready to fire yet again, but if he can time it so it's ready to fire, he could actually do a game-ending push here. Continuing the assault, he's got bazookas at the ready. Oh, hits the healthy carrot instead. He just wants to attack ground. One more volley. This could be vital. He gets one. He continues to push Orange Pest.
Now he just needs to go in. There's no reason to not to.
Yep. Sherman's
Barton
ready.
has nowhere to run. He's at the edge of the map, pretty much. I think
Oh, he got another carrot as well. GG says Barton. What a push by Dumais there. For all the jokes we had about him, when it was time, he knew what to do, and he claims game 1. GG, well played.
We have command points waiting for use.
And Barton only just figured out he's playing US. Well, still, well played.
You know, he's just eating too much soap, I think.
About time.
funnily enough.
Yeah, Orange Pest just said Whiz Band won in the game, funnily enough. It's hard to disagree. It's very surprising, but it did do the job. Alpern with a callback to ESL. You know the Barton ESL story, Orange Pest?
I wasn't really around for ESL.
We had no rules back in ESL. It was a relic run tournament. Well, barely any rules. And Barton basically took a 35-minute break in a final against some opponent, probably Love Nest or something. And then he finally came back, and we were sweating because Relic had paid for Front Page on Twitch when Front Page was like one stream per front page per the world. So with the only stream, me and Storm were sitting there like two little geeks, just talking about the fact that Barton wasn't there. He finally comes in 35 minutes later and says, "I do shit to toilet."
That sounds like Barton. No wonder he lost his thumb.
So yeah, that was 2016. So yeah, it's been a long ride. Now we've got rules for breaks. So hopefully that couldn't happen again.
Because of Barton.
Yeah, that should be called the Barton rule. I should name every rule in the Master League system based on the player that like invented it. You've got the Kimbo camera rule. This should be called Kimbo cams. Kimbo cams. What else have we got? Stormless.
Well, you're not allowed to say anything but GG and good luck, have fun, right? Technically.
Yeah, who did I base that on? Because some players were
I think it was
complaining.
me and Seeking had an argument because he called GG.
That was it. Yeah, there was a fake GG.
And he kept playing and like ran around my back and killed everything while I was like sitting there waiting for him to slash out.
Oh my god, that's quite funny actually. Yeah, so we probably have a lot of Seeking rules. I'm not playing that on stream, Nico. Right, let's get game 2 on the way. Do you need a break, Orange Pest? How's your voice?
I want to get some tea. That's okay.
Yeah, you go get some tea. I'll hold court for a second.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a good little game. That I enjoyed that, guys. What do you think? Let me just do the scores whilst I'm here. Oh, I can hear some faint Swedish in the background. Hey, Dumais, how you doing? In between games, showing up in chat there. It was a very funny game. Did you catch my joke, Dumais? Orange Pest, are you trying to say you trained him wrong as a joke? That was quite funny. I liked that one. Oh, that was good. When it finally hit, it did win the game, and then you knew when to push. So it was a good all in. I liked it. Yeah, we got some. I'll get the second game loaded up, shall I? Get all this sorted whilst we're hanging around waiting for Orange Pest to get some tea. He's got a sore throat at the moment. There's a lot of it about. We're watching Dumais versus Barton. And then we might watch another one, and then we might watch the grand final afterwards. So yeah, it's all good. Let me just check the grand final replay length, actually. I want to check on that. Interesting. Should be interesting, at least. I do have Momo versus Angry Dutchman to cast as well, so we've got some good series ahead of us today. It should be fun. Should be very fun. Queues off, to say the least. I'm all ready to go. Should be good. And how are we all doing in chat? Is everybody okay? You enjoying the Master League's first tournament? If you do like it, I mean, you can consider helping us fund these events. We've got a big tournament bracket ahead of us. We've got loads of cool series and tournaments lined up. The brackets look something like this. I don't know what that was. Something like this. We've got the grand finals to come today. We've got these two series ready to cast as well. We've had loads of great action. And I'm looking forward to updating the MLR. I know that's nerdy, but I want to update everybody's ranking. And I'll maybe make this spreadsheet look a little bit better as well, to be honest. It's a little bit kind of too many numbers going on at the moment. But yeah, we can update the MLR after the event, because they've played 3 series each, and we're starting to get a handle on who's where. This top 8 will change, the top 8 from the start of the event. Notably, Isilda will drop down a bit, Kowzet's going to rise up a bit, Jibber will drop down, Elpern will go up, Ray will become number 1 seed, Ferrigy will probably go up a little bit, I imagine. Ferrigy, who, yep, won 2 series, 2-0. So he actually ends on 1496. He started on 1475. So yeah, we can have a persistent system. Hey, it's Orange Pest. No worries, my friend. I'll share the stream with you. Here we go. Going live. Okie dokie. Let's get it on.
Hold on, my sound is not on.
Sound.
I think my headset may have died.
Oh. Oh, people with infrared
headsets.
Can you hear me? Oh.
Yeah, I hear you. Thank
Good.
God.
Have you got battery? Have you plugged it in? Is it working?
No, it's yeah.
Okay.
Had to plug it in.
You've got the stream. We've got 1,000, nearly 500 viewers ready to watch Game 2 of Dumais versus Barton. Let's go. And here we are. The man in the south is the Polish legend, the best player ever from Poland, actually, Barton PL. And in the north, we're up against Dumais. Dumais, of course, with his, you can see them, those Felsham Pioneers, the scourge of 1v1 auto match. How are they? You played any team games yet, Orange Best, or you just not played any?
I played 2 team games, and it was with Napoleon, and we just did double dack.
Double dack.
And I would just make a gustatory blob and walk in my opponent, essentially.
That must be fun. That must
It
be
was it was entertaining seeing my Space Marines just running around the place, just killing everything.
Do you know what I liken that to? You ever played that Star Wars game that DICE made? And it was really...
Oh, that old thing.
Yeah, and you finally got to play as Darth Vader for like 30 seconds. Do you remember? And it was like, oh, I played $90 for this game and I get to play for Darth Vader for 10 seconds. Well, the Gustatory reminds me of that, except you can play as Darth Vader all of the time.
Yeah, it's single-handedly just shattering the myth of Italians being weak, right?
Yeah, basically. Until they get their Vet 3 runaway ability. They're surrendered to the Brits ability. It's good.
Interesting opening from Barton, I gotta say. Double Engineer is standard. I would usually go triple against Fortune Piles. But Dingo, I'm not sure. Maybe he's expecting a Ketan, but me and Napoleon basically came to the conclusion that you can't even go Ketan on this map. It's just
it's a small map relative to the others. Yeah, absolutely.
You need maneuvering room, right? Like you don't have that much room to really get around the.
Well, maybe we'll get some Dingo RT or something. Maybe he'll make you eat your words. We'll just have to wait and see. Royal Engineer pushes in. He's got on okay fuel so far. Well, he's gone for the +5 and the +10. Yeah, he's got them connected. He's looking to disconnect Dumais' +5.
Dumais is being forced into a corner here, which is the big problem with Ver, especially at this stage of the game, is you're kind of fragile. You can't really abuse the large map size to just drop your troops in the fuels to set up cover. You just have to play very defensively at the start.
These blowtorches are really dangerous in a close, confined area like this. He's blowtorching his face! He's doing a tattoo. He's giving him a facial tattoo there. That's good as new, he says. I'm not so sure that was good as new, Orange Pest.
Half his face is gone.
He can't see! He's just driven straight into that tree. He's blinded by the Royal Engineers.
It's good for him. You don't understand. It's a health thing.
A health thing.
A new age medicine.
I don't understand the Welsh. I never will. Alright, Felsham Pioneers. Oh, amassing the Dingo. I don't know if that actually gets green cover bonuses. It seems to not be suffering many shots from the Felsham Pioneers either way.
I think it has decent armor on the front, if I remember correctly, which is what gives it such a crazy good, like,
front
staying
armor
power.
of 5. Is that
5 is
good?
pretty good against rifle fire.
Oh, is it
I
really?
think the Gustatori only have 2 and they're like super tanky. And they got reduced to 1.5, I think.
Fair enough, there we go. Never seen the roof there, but it's a nice angle. Let's check out the build order of Dumais now. Ah! Falchion Pioneers, and nothing but.
That's the Wehrmacht way, unfortunately, right now. Grens are just too slow and weak. Falchion Piles, they don't have any drawbacks, really. I mean, they're kind of like, I kind of, when I like used them, I thought they were kind of just like Grens from CoH3. Just long range poking infantry with rifles, 4 men. And they're very, very good at long range too. That's the crazy thing. They beat sections at like max range.
Yeah. They're great to play against USF, but against Brits, not so much.
Yeah, Brits have a bit of a strong answer in the early game in the form of the Royal Engineers, just being able to run up and basically just punch you in the face.
That reminds me of my school days. Right then, Falchion Pioneers, these guys have only 1 kill so far. We've got more Tommies coming out, the 3rd squad of its type. The Dingo, by the way, has gotten veterancy 1 already. Not too shabby. And do my eyes deceive me? The Sniper's on the field.
Sniper is risky with the Dingo on the field, but I can kind of see why he's doing it. I mean, just looking on the map, right, he's already been penned in. He knows he's going to have to fight against sections that are already in well-established positions, rather. And so the Sniper is just an excellent tool to deal with. As long as he has mines covering the Sniper.
Who's going to die orange best?
Yeah.
It was Toby. And the rest of them are going to run away. It's not a bad idea. So
I'm just waiting for the Dingo to just base rush and just wait for the Sniper.
Well, he is at a good angle for it, isn't he? Yeah, he absolutely is. He's hoping for it, but these Falchion Pioneers will appear on the eastern side. It's going to stop that happening. But Dumais, of course, from a CoH1 background recently, Barton, of course, not having played CoH1 for a while, means Dumais will be very au fait with the old Sniper.
Yeah, that CoH1 you need to be able to have mastered at least to some extent the Sniper play.
Absolutely.
It's too crucial.
Right, that mine was finished there, despite being seen. Dingo's going sniper hunting. He's got a spoke in his tyres at the moment, in the case of that large... And he's found it, it would seem. Oh, he's forced the retreat. He just went straight in there for it. No tactics.
Oh, God. If he loses the Sniper here, that's going to be a massive blow. I don't know if he'll even be able to recover from it.
Oh, he's just about surviving.
Oh, God.
Everybody in chat wanted the Sniper to die as well. They wanted it to die.
I think he actually could have killed it there too. Had he not decided to stop and fire, he could have just drove in, I think, and just gone for it.
I mean, aren't dingoes meant to die? Aren't you meant to like, throw them in to die and kill the Sniper at the same time? I mean, no offense to dingo lovers.
You know, it's just you take the trade, and if you survive, you survive. But you're just going in like once you commit, you're better off just going straight for it.
We have reserved.
Ouch.
Victory point is being overrun.
And now the dingo is getting ready for round 2. It looks like.
Look at that little thing. He smells Sniper. He smells him. Where's the Sniper at?
I guess he's not, like, he saw Napoleon was planting some mines, so maybe he's not afraid of it. Oh. Trying to manipulate the pathing so the dingo runs into the mine, but I don't think Barton's gonna go for it.
Falchion Pioneers. Under a lot of pressure there, to say the least.
A strategic point is being overrun.
I mean, the dingo's at this point, it's kind of run out of things to do. I feel like he should just be pushing the infantry and just keep diving for the Sniper. But I feel like Napoleon here is just in a very, very bad position overall, even though he's holding on. It's still just time's ticking. He's not getting really getting good engagements, although I did just get one, but it feels like he's a bit cornered right now. Oh, an interesting choice from Barton. He's getting the Gurkhali.
Oh, nice.
Did the sniper just shoot the dingo?
He did just shoot the thing. He's trying to tempt him in. He's got the Jaegers ready. Nice
He's taunting him to his face.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Gurkha's on the field. They've got their Thompsons upgrading. That could be a nice, nasty surprise. Make use of some of these hedgerows, perhaps.
Yeah, Thompsons would be a really good choice. I think LMGs are also just crazy good in the hands of the Gurkhali. But I feel like the Thompsons have better synergy with the veteran ability, which is a sprint if I remember correctly.
Here we go, Thompson's popping in the heat of battle. They're going to swap out these guns. Oh, we want these instead. There we go, that's better. Very big satchels on the Gurkhas.
They just drop the guns to the ground, they just whip out the better one.
Like, gun game. Indeed. He's getting the burns off. Sniper's going to open up very shortly. Sniper, by the way, with a... It's not the true kill count. I don't know why I even look at it. For whatever reason, snipers have bugged kill counts. A lot higher than what they give away. Oh, Dingo round 3. Sniper gets out there before the Dingo can even rear his ugly head.
At this point, I mean, Napoleon is pulling a move in the south to just relieve some pressure, just pushing up the Jägerschreck, but it's a very brutal position to be in. I think he's going Fallschirmjägers, which wouldn't be an awful choice, but I'm really afraid for like a Stuart here, or a Humber.
Fallschirm's dropping in the face of Dingo Terror. Dingo ducks and dives away with that extra speed at Vet 2. Most likely. Yes. Very predictable. Lovely.
Sector lost. Repeat. Sector
Oh, being burnt alive as they're forced away. Fortunately, the health boost on retreat does help them out a bit there. Oh, nice grenade damage on the house. Tommy's ducking and diving with the Fallschirms. That's going to be painful. These FG-42s are no joke.
Yeah, in terms of elite infantry, Fallschirmjägers are basically the peak of your roster. Although Jägers are a slightly better AT elite unit.
What do you think of the Stosstruppen?
Disappointing. I was expecting ogres, and I felt like I got like a poor man's friend.
Underwhelming Soldaten instead of Ober Soldaten.
Yeah, they were very just like they have 3 G43s and an LMG, but I think it's just the fact that vehicles are so prevalent. I guess Brits not so much, but with US versus Verne, vehicles become pretty much like the whole thing. Stosstruppen don't feel good against vehicles.
Some of the pre-release builds, Stosstruppen were basically like T100 Terminators.
Yeah, that's how it should be, right?
Yeah,
I think that's historically accurate.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I've read Imperial Dane's thesis on the matter. Right, some juicy double capping and double mining here in the east for Barton. No one's getting that munitions back with that fight.
We got a Crusader building as well.
Wow, who would have expected it? Like that it emerges from underneath the ground. All the Brits.
To be honest, I actually prefer the Matilda against Ver.
I'm a big Matilda fan myself.
Just the durability and oh god, he just triggered his mine.
That's why you shift away from your own mines.
Yeah, pro tip if you're planting mines, if they're shooting with the ET rifle at you, there's a good chance they just hit and detonate the mine.
Oh, nice. Oh, Dingo! Exploded! It's an exploding Dingo! Orange Pest.
He tried going for the sniper again.
Well, he won't be doing that again. Oh, look at these poor guys in there. Oh, what's happening here? We're having a British barbecue. Good old British barbecue. That's not pleasant. That's not pleasant. Let's not look at the British barbecue anymore. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Here comes the Crusader, getting the up gun as well.
The enemy has pushed us back from our
The question will be if he can utilize this effectively against the Shrek, as the Shrek will win the 1v1 against the Crusader.
Oh, I feel bloody... Oh, that's a nice Shrek hit. Can he get another? He's been burnt by the flamethrower. He needs one more. Can he get it? Not anymore, he can't. Ouch. That was a nice long-range shot from the Crusader.
Yeah, if that hadn't hit, that would have been a dead Crusader. If he
Definitely.
interrupted the reload animation.
Definitely.
Damnation. Sectors in enemy
This
hands.
game 2 seems bloody close as well. Dumais gotten hold of the central victory point, but he is down to 350.
Pillage anything they need from the enemy.
He has been on the back foot for most of the game, but I feel like the Fallschirmjäger plus the Jäger Shrek is really just keeping him in this. Right now, I would probably personally go for another Jäger squad, but Barton's got a lot of options here, I think. I think Matilda's would be a good choice. Or just more sections, it's never wrong, really.
53 fuel for Barton at the moment. Let's go check what Dumais is sitting on, shall we? Back in base for Dumais. We've got 69 fuel, it seems, and he's...
Oh, he's going for a Panzer IV, looks
Yeah,
like.
Panzer Company is up.
The Panzer IV it's weird against Brits. He's not really afraid of the vehicles, but the AT rifles, they can force your Panzer IV back with pretty much ease. Which is very, very dangerous, and even worse, I find foot guards are a complete nightmare to fight against, as he'll just overrun everything.
Right then, Jaeger's holding the line. We've got Falchion Pioneers fighting out against boys. That's just basically auto match. In this square, we see auto match. In the centre, Tommy's pushing in as the Falchion Jaegers sit behind the heavy cover, and we've got a lot of capping coming in as well on the east from Dumais, looking to close this series out 2-0, turning up the heat on Barton PL right now.
Yeah, his composition is finally just almost completed. It's complete enough where you can start fighting back and just going aggressive and just pressuring the units and pressuring the vehicles. And Barton's just going to have to play a bit more sharper now. He doesn't really have the breathing room to make mistakes over and over.
No, he doesn't. He's got one Crusader with the 6-pounder upgrade already. Oh! Driving underneath the Casbah. I've never seen that before. Didn't know that was possible. With a plique brick armor now as well.
Yeah, gonna block a Shrek shot in the future.
Possibly. At least it psychologically improves the performance of their tank.
Just in spirit.
Right, in the centre we've got, again, a VP sandwich. As,
Is the sniper dead? I don't think I've seen it in a while.
the sniper died of old age.
Maybe he ran into a mine.
Yes. Maybe he did. Anybody who's been watching this game, I know we've got 1,600 viewers, other than my old age theory, how did the sniper die?
That is a good question.
Because Orange Pest and I have been watching and playing this game for a very long time, and we don't know. Oh, he's run into a section, do you reckon? Got lost retreating. Elpern killed it. Elpern and Dysentery killed it. Fair enough. Okay. Well,
Yeah, I think a Shrek maybe got him, you know? Just straight to the face.
A long-range
Shrek,
mega
AT
Shrek.
rifle.
Okay, okay, we'll go with that theory. I like it. Thanks, Orange Pest. Infantry training underway. Giving, Oh, that's not going to be a very fortuitous garrison.
Oh, that Jaeger might be straight up dead.
He's going really slowly. Algorithm kicks in, and he's very dead. He pounces, Barton does. Pounces like a gazelle. Killing an injured lion. Oh my god, he
or
survived!
maybe not.
No, what the hell?
That is so crucial. Now that he has 2 Shreks plus the Panzer IV. Had that Jaeger died, I would have said Barton would have been strongly ahead, but now it's actually in the favor of Dumais.
Wowzer. Panzer IV's got a lot of work to do. Oh, Royal Engineers repairing. They don't want to do that for much longer because they get a big penalty for doing so. Panzer IV ambles forward. Has to be careful of mines. No minesweepers in the vicinity at all. Meanwhile, Crusaders having a frank consultation with the... Oh! Falchion Pioneers! And the results of that consultation were, maybe you should explode around about now. What a satchel there. That was great work.
Yeah,
Catching him off.
Napoleon does he does love spamming satchels in every engagement if he can. That is just that. The funny thing is, I don't think it has a noise notification like in CoH3.
No,
so you don't even know what's happening until it's too late.
Absolutely destroyed that tank. The top flew off, and the tops of tanks aren't meant to fly off. Meant to
I
stay.
thought they were trying a new NASA program.
Apparently, yes. That's a nice one. It's almost like building a demo on the thing that's killing you. That's what the satchel's like.
Oh, the Blob of Doom might be able to get the Fortune Pioneers here. Maybe he can finally get a wipe? Yeah, there you go.
So still in the game.
That is a massive pickup. Now the anti-infantry power of Dumais. Well, Fortune Pioneers really don't scale that well against sections. So now he's actually going to be really lacking in real anti-infantry firepower.
His army's looking a bit empty compared to Barton's, who has a Gurkha and a Tommy over him. And a 6-pounder as well, so yeah, it's not looking great. I mean, if you compare the pop cap, 57 for Barton versus 49 for Dumais. So yeah, it just doesn't... Oh, he knew about that mine. Triggered it.
That was built like 10 minutes ago, and he will just remember.
Nice work.
That is... I would not remember that.
Ooh, side hits on the Panzer IV, it goes forward. It's going into trouble here. Gets it again in the rear. Twice, actually. One more thing to finish it off. There's only Falchion Pioneers in the way. There's nothing backing it up. Barton could be going to deciding ace game here.
Throwing a satchel on the retreat path just to slow him down, but Barton's not going for it, even though I guess he doesn't know where the Jägershreks are, so he's being a bit careful.
Yeah. Now, if he knew the Jägershreks weren't there, he would have gone for that, but absolutely.
That's why you gotta just focus on information gathering sometimes, just keeping track of where things are. Because those Jaegers were out of position. It was a perfect chance to dive, but that was just, yeah, just a misplay of Barton, I think, even though he's playing very cautiously.
He certainly is. He does tend to play cautiously until he absolutely doesn't have to, and then he goes a bit insane. He's had some great moments, Barton, but he's had some, you know, some smooth-brained moments as well. Yeah, occasions of brilliance, breaking up, you know, occasions of mediocrity. It's an interesting playstyle, to say the least.
Well, right now he's not being mediocre, I think. Even though he's making the misplays, I still think just being able to control the map like he is right now is difficult against Panzer IVs, I find. Especially when there's a Jaeger blob just overwhelming the map.
Panzer IV's got nerfed to 100 fuel, did they not?
Did they?
I think so. Anyone in chat?
I didn't really read the patch notes, to be honest.
I've got you here as my mega analyst.
Yeah, but I'm good at the game, so that's why
Oh, okay, I see. You play by feel, like a Jedi.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. To mere mortals like me to read patch notes and make the wrong conclusions.
Don't worry, Axe is always OP.
Ah, fair enough. The red team's OP, that's what I find. Right, proper Panzer formation coming in here. Panzer IV leads the way. Oh, pings that 6-pounder shot straight off its frontal glacis there.
The beggars are threatening a victory point.
That was good play there from Dumais to think that he needs to go east, but where's the backup? Here it is. He's got a second Panzer IV and possibly the Jaegers pushing in. He could possibly pull off a flank here, but no, didn't time it.
There's a very dangerous situation right now for Dumais. That AT rifle blob is really the Crusaders are dangerous, but they're not the real killer here. Just the fact that the AT rifles can just overwhelm anything he goes up against, this means he can't really go for any dives he really wants to.
Can't bury his tank in the sand either. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, it's just the volley formation is just so brutal.
You see these Falchion Pioneers here. Barton's got them. And Dumais got a blind spot there as well. Both players losing things arguably unnecessary in the southeast now. That's the blind spot of the map, at least.
It's exhausting to keep up playing high pace of the game.
Do you know why that might be a bit of a blind spot? I'm not even making this up, but have you seen how big the UI is? Seen how much of the bottom right of the screen it occupies?
Yeah, I prefer that when it's super minimalistic, but
Yeah,
I
but
think people didn't enjoy that. So.
it's so bloody tall and so wide. I mean, I prefer it than it was at certain points in time. It used to be even bigger, and then before that it was way smaller. But yeah, it's way too big. I'd love to scale it down, or maybe just, if you get used to everything on it, I'd just love to click a button and it disappears. That would be the dream, I think. Just the top line, you know what I mean? Just the resources and the tech buttons, maybe.
You don't really need the descriptions when you select something. I'm sure you can cut it down a little bit.
Oh no, I read them every time I select a unit.
No, of course. Oh, is it only for HQ buildings? Oh, maybe I'm dumb. To be honest, I only really look at the veterancy descriptions. That's about it.
And some of them are a bit weak. I preferred it when there were stats, but I understand it's a bit more professional to just say increase everything.
It's that I feel like it's just a lot of effort too, and it just looks weird and feels weird, especially when the game's not aiming to be super stat oriented.
Indeed. So I'd love it if you could just click it away. Fortunately, as a caster, I can, so I can just play like this. In fact, that's how I'm going to play from now on. I can't even see what I'm selecting. Just have to guess what's happening.
This is the peak gameplay. I can barely even tell where the infantry's moving.
This is peak Company Virus 3. This is my thumbnail. Boys!
We're losing a fuel point to enemy action.
Oh, skill plane's coming in.
Oh, here we go.
Very
Here we go.
Skillful play,
Oh, the skill! Nearly touched him there. He needs another bout of skill. He gets a skill wipe with the skill from above.
Such amazing play, really.
Really was.
Who could even do this?
Incredible stuff from Dumais. He's now trying to get rid of the 6-pounders. Oh, he's got round the side.
I think he's overextended, though.
He has. He loses a Panzer IV to the Vet 2. He's outside of the circle of skill. Meanwhile, the 6-pounder's been recruited. He's going to get another rear armor hit. It's down and out. Barton beckons him in. Dumais throws in the towel and taps out. It's GG, everybody. We're going to a deciding ace game.
He realized without the skill planes that his opponent truly just outplayed him.
I'm glad all 1,600 of you got to see the skill. Skill from the skies above, that's lovely. He did have the game clinker. And Dumais here from the gaming chamber. He enters chat between games. How are you feeling, Dumais? Going into the deciding ace game? That totally didn't happen in the past. Are you feeling good? Feeling strong? Feeling ready? He's raging. Oh dear. Says he's raging.
Oh, that's the deck setting him out.
Oh, is it? Oh no.
Yeah.
Less said the better, I think.
Dexton is
he's having
he's a
some
funny
tough
guy.
he's having some tough times, let's say.
Yeah.
What's happening in the Premier League? Anybody want the football results from the Premier League? I'll do it in classic British radio programme style. Today in the Premier League, Bournemouth 1, Liverpool 0, Everton 1, Brentford 0, Leeds United 2, Brighton Hove Albion 2, Leicester 1, Chelsea 3, Tottenham Hotspur 3, Nottingham Forest 1. Crystal Palace versus Man City is the late fixture today, starting at 17:30. There you go, guys. There's the... I don't do rugby. I can't do every sport. This isn't a multi-sport channel. That was just a joke. But, I mean, what is rugby? But Orange Pest, you're Swedish. What's rugby? You tell me.
Oh God, no! Don't talk to me about sports. I'm not a sports guy.
Oh my god, in the Six Nations, France are beating England 27-3. Gibber, Orange Pest has timed you out for 3 seconds.
If you time me out, I'll lose my VIP status.
Oh no, don't do that then. Yes, rugby's a type of sandwich, that's right. A man sandwich. A meaty man sandwich. Okay, enough of this hearty banter. Shall we watch Game 3?
Yeah, let's get on with it.
They did. They actually won the Champions League twice, Sebrich, thanks to a fantastic manager of the day. Yeah. Just send some replays to... 101st has asked me for all the replays. I forgot I'd made a monopoly of casting the best ones. My bad. Well, I'll give him later. Okay, let's go over to Game 3, shall we? I think... I actually agree, Warhatch. Rugby's a great sport if you know what's going on. As are many sports. Orange Pest is an esports enthusiast.
Yeah, I like StarCraft.
What about Tetris? Have you ever watched esports Tetris?
I've actually watched the occasional tournament, but that's
really good. Has anybody else ever watched esports Tetris? I'm not even joking.
It's so crazy just how fast they go.
It's so good.
Precision too.
But I never got it. But they get the exact same blocks in the same order, so that's why it's like a 1v1 competition.
Yeah, and there's just competing for the highest score.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna get a quick. I have a windowsill full of snacks, so it won't take me a second. I'm gonna use lockets as a form of snack. CS:GO's the best esport, though, obviously. I know, Nana Baggins. You've seen the secrets behind the stream now, unfortunately. But yeah, let's do a poll. We've got a final game of today, this series. What am I on about? I didn't sleep very much last night, as usual. The final game of this series between Dumais and Barton. We got the grand finals later. We got Angry Dutchman versus his opponent later as well. So yeah, it's G3. Who's gonna win? Dumais, Barton. Let's do a 2-minute poll. Get on it. Get on it. Ah, good joke, Kimbo. Let's do a poll. Who's your favourite poll? Mariusz Pudzianowski or name a Polish person? Miroslav Klose. I think he's Polish. No, he's German. What's the Polish footballer that's definitely Polish? Yeah, Klose's German. Who is the famous Polish footballer? The one that wins... Lewandowski. Boom. That's it. Yeah, Lewandowski. Right. Dumais got 17 votes, Barton 14 so far. You can't start making up names, everybody. I speak excellent Polish. I don't know if you knew, everybody. You ready for this? Przepraszam, nie rozumiem po polsku. Right. Are you still there, Orange Best?
No. Yeah.
You going to sleep?
No, I just got a bit of a headache, that's all.
Okay, one more game, then you can have a break.
Alright.
And then we'll be back in the grand final with Orange Pest later. So...
The grand finals, is it a best of 5?
3.
Alright.
You'll be alright with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good man. I don't know, there's nothing you'd rather be doing. You love it, really.
29 weasels ready to deploy.
Okay, let me get these settings fixed now, and then we're ready to go. Save, close, name left. Boom! I've got it ready for you guys. We're going into the deciding ace game about now. And welcome to your first deciding ace game of today's finals of the Master League's very first tournament for Company of Heroes 3 with a very catchy name, Orange Pest. The full name is Master League 2023 Season Tournament 1. What do you think?
Amazing. It just rolls off the tongue.
Gone or characterful, like, late game Company of Heroes 2 titles where we're trying to make CoH3 interesting. Like stuff like Scorched Earth, Commander Terminator, AE's Hullabaloo. We're now trying to be esports, clearly. This very esports ready game, Orange Pest. I mean...
Oh, so esports ready.
It's more esports ready than 5 sweaty Korean guys folding their arms and looking at the camera.
I don't know, that's my favorite part of the esports. I love watching the people line up and just bust their arms.
Be gawky and unsocialized. Okay, let's talk tactics. We got Dumais, we got USF in the south. In the north, we've got the DAC on the attack with Barton. Is this just going to be game 1 again?
No, because he's already switched up his build order. Going for P grinds, and the bike is going for the right side instead of the left side.
Interesting.
But I think I actually did this exact build against Kazakh, or something similar to it, and my results were not good. And that's because P grinds are not very cost efficient.
Weasel, meet Bike. Bike, meet Weasel. The Weasel has a present for you, Bike. You're gonna have to get out of there. Oh dear. No, the wrong way. Go back, go back. Orange Pest, you've got a headache, haven't you?
Yeah, I do.
How's my camera work? Is it helping?
Yeah, it's so orientating. I can totally tell what's going on.
Do you know what? It's. I like to hear it's so orientated rather than disorientating. That's what I aim for.
So far, what Barton's doing, I don't think is actually working that well, to be honest. I find P grants just you get zoned out by rifles very, very easily. It's
Why change what you did? Game 1 was fine with regards to infantry play. It wasn't the infantry that let him down.
Sometimes you just lose and you don't blame the build, but just your play. And you blame the build, but how you played. And you just I'll try something different because Napoleon or Dumais is probably gonna replicate the same strat. And so maybe he thought like, okay, against rifles instead of spamming pioneers, let's just go for P-grants and see if we can just fight them head on, essentially.
I suppose Papa says he wants the AT grenade. I'm just not so sure it's worth it, to be honest. Just the Panzer.
The AT grenade doesn't have any targets except for the Weasel. And eventually, it's not gonna be a fast half track because we already know it's probably gonna go infantry and captain. So it'll be for Sherman's late game, but I guess P scales slightly better than Panzer Pioneers.
I'm so glad we're seeing more battle groups from the US. The US have never truly been underpowered in Company of Heroes 3 Orange Pest, would you say? Maybe underplayed, underutilized? What do you think?
They're very they're kind of like Vern, that they're very map dependent.
I see.
In these type of environments, it's all close quarters. Riflemen just get to shine, especially after this buff. It just makes them so cost effective. And then they get cheaper, then get bars, grenades, more HP eventually from the upgrades, and it's just they scale so crazy good. It's just kind of what US is built around, really. It's just rifles.
Panzer Pioneer pushing up, looking for the low health rifle. That's just going to retreat. Retreat now. There you go. Beautiful retreat. Best, I get really, really psyched, and hyped, rather, when I see a player do a timely retreat. Does that make me a Common Heroes nerd?
It makes you a bit of one. I think there's way cooler things to get excited about.
No. A well-timed retreat is like porn to me. I love it. When they retreat the exact right moment before they incur any additional damage, but get all the damage off possible in that scenario, I'm just like, that's my stuff.
I love light vehicle play. You know when they get the bikes or the jeeps or whatever and just blocks like a medium tank? I love that stuff. Just those little micro tricks you can do.
Yeah, definitely. Seek help. People tell me to seek help. I don't. Trust me, you know you're watching high-level play when they retreat exactly on time. Not a second before, not a second after. Oh, nobody knows what I'm on about. Maybe Orange Pest does, but he just doesn't want to admit it.
No, I know.
Oh, he knows. Good man, he knows. And then we've got the Panzer Pioneers burning down the house from inside the 250, swapping out. And coming straight for these rifles. Chariot of Fire.
Early half-track is an interesting choice. I haven't tested Weasel versus half-track. It might have been Shadow Buff, but as last as I recall, the Weasel should lose in a head-on fight, unlike the Jeep. So the 250 actually isn't a bad call here. It's going to give him a lot of map control in the early game.
Multiple retreats there, and of course he's getting the grenade package, giving him those sticky bombs he's going to want so much. Up! There we go. Oh, that's a cool visual. Weasel's on fire. Go on, Weasel! Weasel your way out of it! Keep going, Mr. Weasel! I'm sorry, this Weasel's so dead, guys. He's so... Oh, no! Jump scare! He blocks him in! Where's the ammunition? Oh, no! What did they do? Look how they butchered my boy! Oh, dear.
Losing the Weasel is gonna actually not be that big of a big deal, to be honest.
Orange Pest, what are you doing? I've just built it up as basically...
It's this massive thing that, you know, the game's gonna be completely different now. The man's not gonna recover. It's over for him, to be honest.
Okay, here comes the rifle blob. It's 18 staunch US infantry pushing straight up the north of the map. Barton has got the MG34 though, and everybody, he countered the blob with the blob countering tool. That lovely stuff. This is like play tutorial. Learn to play tutorial.
I think in between games, I think he may have booted up the tutorial just to really learn how to count the blobs. But I still find that although it's getting the cutoff now, the resource discrepancy must still be pretty massive in favor of Dumais.
Go to Barton. He's just gotten the next building, I believe, or something. He's definitely gotten something with his fuel. Yeah, he must have.
Yeah, he's got the 8-rad building, but it's on +8 a minute. Oh, he's got the 8-rad in production.
Ah, that'll be right. He must do. Yeah, he must do.
So,
yes,
so the 8-rad.
There we go.
It's gonna be a game changer here. I don't think Dumais has any counter prepared just yet.
May counter this bike with M1 Garance right now. Panzer Grenadiers need to help him. Oh, they're able to do so. Bike still alive. Actually, the scout could get one shot off.
He's just gonna have to hard retreat here.
This guy will never retreat.
We've lost the scout squad.
A tactical sacrifice, let's say.
Okay. See your chest ELO's improving from 600 and up. That's good.
Enemy forces are converging
I'm stuck in the 500 still.
Oh no! Really? Oh,
I only play. Okay. To be fair, I only play bullet chess.
Oh, your ADHD means you can't play even Blitz.
I do it in between breaks of work.
Do you want me to tell you something disgusting? Dev started playing chess after me. He's 1,800 now. I just think he's more clever. Oh my god, this guy's out of the window! Come on, somebody help him! Get back in! He's stuck!
Yeah, the riflemen are going in the building to get him out of there.
They're gonna get him out! Pull him back in! Come on, guys, get him back in there! I can't watch! The 8-rad's helping as well. That's really kind from the 8-rad. That didn't even help him. Right, these guys, the SSF commandos will help.
Yeah, this time. Wait, did you see them just teleport inside the building?
Yeah, of course. That's how it works. What's your
Yeah,
problem?
well, I guess they just walked through the wall.
Oh, he stopped kicking now. Oh, he died. No one could help him. That's so sad. That's so sad. He had a family. That's as Death Edrak says. Death Edrak, who sounds like one of Saddam Hussein's henchmen. Oh dear. Right.
The situation is actually not looking too good for Dumais right now. Although it is even, I feel like the army composition for Dak is just slightly better. Although if this 8-rad gets this low, it might not last.
Alright, in the north, we've got double 250s now. They're quite cheap though, aren't they, to be fair? So
Well, I think one was built manually and the other probably came with a call-in, maybe?
yes, indeed, yeah. We'll check which call-in it came with now. These Jaegers in the garrison here.
I'm not sure that was... Oh god, those rifles are in the danger zone.
Oh, come on. Oh dear. Barton looks like he's going to win the third series of this tournament and really climb up the rankings.
It's not over yet, but this is looking dangerous, and this is a risky move. Maybe if he goes with normal grenades, he can get the 8-rad, but this is... Oh!
Oh,
And
nice!
that puts him back into the game.
Oh, wow. This won't, though. If he loses this, he won't lose it. That'll be fine. I say.
Even if he lost the rifle, I feel like it still would have been salvageable enough. But I think Barton kind of was like, okay, this rifle is dead, and then he looked away, and then it's like, grenade comes out.
Yeah, definitely. It's worth noting, by the way, everybody, they are playing for money, even though this isn't even in the top bracket. We spread the funds all the way down to 16th place in this tournament. Very charitable of us. Don't ask me what they're competing for, because I won't say, because it's not a very big amount.
It's big enough if you think about it in a vague way.
I'm paying them in Freddos, okay? I'm paying them in Freddos, but they're very happy.
No, you gotta set like 4,000 pesos or something.
And then they can convert that into AE bucks and buy themselves a Freddo. It's a very good system. It's like a prison
Barton
currency.
upgrading LMGs. That's it's a choice. 100 munitions that. I don't think it's worth it though. Oh, another 8-rise up too.
Ooh, grenade on Barton. Nice dodge there to be... Oh.
That's
it's
a phosphorus
phosphorus.
grenade, so you can't walk back in there.
Oh no, totally not.
That's an old co-habit, you know. It's like
yeah, definitely.
Commandos are reporting in.
He's ready to just jump back into the cover and fight, but I feel like Dumais is overextending. The entire army of Barton is about to jump on top of the rifles in the north.
Oof. It's gonna go behind heavy cover. Look, to finish it with light arms fire. That's really dangerous. It needs one more shot though. This thing has 4 health out of 240. Oh, in the north, 8-rad's been rebuilt, swarming all over the place. What's next from him?
These SSF commanders are gonna have to come to the rescue because that rifle is not looking to be in a good situation right now.
Ah, the ones that are nowhere near him.
Oh god.
Oh.
He's sprinting in.
Oh, he assassinated him with a Panzerbücher. That was horrible. How can he hold that? This is too big. It's bigger than he is. What the hell?
You need to be a bodybuilder to lift that
What is
thing.
that? What is that? It looks ridiculous. It looks like some weird Pokemon or something. Push him, man.
Well, thankfully for the Dumais, he's floating quite a bit, and killing the 8-rad kind of puts him back into the game, but he's under duress right now, being forced to go double. His army composition is 28 manpower right now.
Oh, no. 28
Oh,
manpower versus Barton on 66. Big thanks to Yan252 for that. Everybody check out Tools. You'll get access to this by the end of the weekend. He's just figuring out the rest of it. Using me as his guinea pig, basically. SSF commandos going in for the crash shot. Son, will they get the kill?
Well, that's too fast, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a shame.
They're at least, you know, if he plays very well with the SSF commandos, You can sort of negate. Oh god, there's a M13 on the field. Okay.
Yeah! Oh, you want Dumais to win.
We're gonna have to enter some desperate territory here. Maybe triple SSF commandos. Just, you know, bazooka blob. Oh, he does have the drop. To get himself an AT gun and an MG. And that actually wouldn't be too bad of a call here. Just getting the he'll give him 2 more units on the field pretty much.
Alright. Panzer Grenadiers have the MG34 upgrade. They've got on 5 infantry kills. Meanwhile, these SSF commandos got 2 infantry kills only. And that is a fifth of Dumais' army. It's
Well,
not
they are
looking good,
elite.
fam. Oh
It's,
dear. It's not looking good.
It's not, but, you know, gotta be a bit positive. I don't want him to lose.
You're just thinking winnable, definitely winnable.
Yeah, this is one of like the I feel like if it was me, personally, this could still be salvaged.
Orange Pest would have won by now.
Exactly.
Oh, this.
But it is one of those things where if your opponent makes a mistake, he slips up with the vehicles, you can recover the situation. And despite his bigger army, I mean, look at the map control. He's not really pressuring him in the east at all.
No,
Only now he's really putting some sort of attack on.
True. Barton's not looking to finish it off, and that is always a mistake.
Against US specifically too, where he has all the infantry upgrades, I mean, this army is just gonna scale better and better.
I know Barton's playing really well. He's a legend, one of my favourite players, but it doesn't seem like he's adapting to the CoH3 playstyle of finishing games off gain territory sectors, because you can really tighten the noose quite early, can't you?
Yeah, just a couple of wipes and you can practically win a game just 5 minutes in. In the same way in CoH2, you could literally lose like 2/3 of your army and just be like, okay, time to just use my columns, or, you know, just spam T-3476s or anything like that.
Oh, he's doing some magic on this man. Oh, yep, he's dead. Good job. Oh! Oh, he's better now. I guess run off with him. Somebody shoot him quickly! That's what my company here as One Brain says, but you can't yet.
Yeah, I was so primed for that when that happened, and the first time I couldn't shoot them, I was so shocked.
Rumours are people have asked for refunds over this, but then Steam have given them the police their details, so don't do that, guys. Don't say because you can't shoot medics you want a refund, because apparently people are getting arrested.
Our line is collapsing. Enemy taking our points.
Seems like Barton is now actually starting to finally apply some pressure. The options Dumais has right now is very, very limited. But if he can sort of scrounge something up, just maybe. I mean, the main thing is the medics are a bit of a comeback mechanic. He does get like, I think it's 1 model being forced for free. So losing these elite models, you know, it hurts a lot less than any other faction essentially.
Somebody that asked in chat, it gives you free manpower basically, and it's on. You can't counter it, unfortunately. Apparently, well, I believe, I'm not sure if this is true or not, but maybe Relic couldn't sell the game everywhere in the world if they had the ability to shoot medics. 2006 was a long time ago.
So now he's just holding out for either a Sherman or a Hellcat. Honestly, I'd probably go for a Hellcat here just because you need something out as fast as you can, but Sherman would work just fine too.
This is why you miss airborne. I know the SF commandos are good, but dropping M1AT guns is kind of good as well.
Yeah, and, you know, just Pathfinders would trade really effectively and they're cheaper. 80 manpower less than rifles.
Yeah, he's been outranged, outmuscled at the moment. Barton has this. This is not a competitive game 3 at the moment, unless that changes. Something big's gonna have to happen.
I'm having like flashbacks. You remember when those Inca Una versus Love Nest?
Oh,
yes! Just kind of wrote off the game.
Yeah, I did. I think, were you casting with me?
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, it was you and me.
Yeah, that was a great game to watch. We both wrote the game off in Love Nest's favour. Love Nest held back, and before you know it, Inca had an almighty comeback.
Although I don't think Barton is as merciful as Love Nest.
No, seemingly not, based on that evidence. Thanks, 101st. I'll give you. I was looking to give you the replays. I haven't gotten around to casting them yet, so I was going to give them so we can cast them at the same time. the Ray versus Elpern series. So if you want to put your stream back on later, just let me know.
Damn it! Territory sector.
Be good to
So
get that.
basically now it's this Sherman essentially has to take on 2 M13s and win.
Right,
That's the only way he carves back into this game.
go Sherman, go. It can happen. Miracles can happen. Yes, he may have a small platoon. Platoon of heroes. Let's make this happen.
It's not about the size of it, it's about the motion of the ocean, you know?
He needs to use this Sherman lovingly and drive his side armor at the enemy like a battleship. Gonna give him almighty broadside.
We're down to 250.
Ah, and then sail away.
I think Barton upgrading his vehicles too with the self-repair, it looks like.
Oh really? These things are gonna start repairing magically.
I think so. I saw some sort of icon, and it's usually the one it's alluding to.
If you're just tuning in, guys, you've missed an amazing series thus far. But Game 3 has not been as good as the others. It has to be said.
I think it's the exhaustion kicking in, to be honest. I mean, these games are very exhausting just compared to just playing an automatic game.
Yeah, you play full tilt, don't you? And sometimes you go full tilt as well.
Yeah, that happens a lot. But I think in tournaments you have, in general, you're less likely to tilt.
A strategic
And this is the problem, though. If you look at the top of the screen, that's Barton's army. If you look in the centre of the screen, that's Dumais' army. So there's just a bit of a discrepancy there. Just a bit. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's power. It's fine.
They've cut us off.
I think it just came down to losing the 2 rifles, really. But that's completely on him and not my strategy, so it's not my loss.
Come on, Barton. Put us out of our misery, son. We need to get on to the next series if we can.
He does actually have 990 fuel in the bank, so he could get another Sherman out. I mean, 2 Shermans versus all this, I guess it's still doable.
Yeah.
So I personally probably would have surrendered after an all-in push.
If they'd handed all the, you know, the passengers of the Titanic a teacup, they could have bailed out the Titanic. That was salvageable as well.
Well, you know, there were some survivors from the Titanic, so if you really think about it,
I see.
maybe he survived.
Okay.
Just maybe.
Because Barton is definitely looking like an ocean right now. The Red Sea, almost. Pretty sure you can, Privacy.
You definitely can. Especially on this map. It's just, if you lose a bunch of rifles for no reason, that's, not good. In the simplest possible terms.
But this game should have been over about 6 minutes ago if Barton had put his foot on the gas at the right
But
time.
well, Barton is a patient player, you know, he's just, he just takes it easy until,
He's collecting
the game
250s. Oh, he's
that
getting 3
true?
mortars! 3
I'm
mortars!
DMing him, no!
Yes! Go, mortars, go!
Oh, the
Oh,
DM.
dear. Oh, dear. This one will hit. He knows he's been BM'd now for certain.
Well, he's not the type to tilt, so maybe he's just laughing it off. I mean, he's got the second Sherman on the way, but I think it's too late now. The DP's are just too few.
So as the Titanic, half of it smashes into the bottom of the seabed, you've announced it's too late. So I like that, Orange Best. Optimistic till the end.
Well, I got a root for my friends.
You've got a root for it, definitely. Friends are rare.
This is our last stand.
They must be savoured.
Left.
Oh,
Our barracks are under attack.
yeah. This was a thing. It was a very good series up until Game 3. Unfortunately for Dumais, he never really got going in this one. Oh, he did finally kill the Kratschutz, though. Is the comeback possible? He's got the Kratschutz out of there. He's also got a stun critical off on the 8-rad. Orange Best, he could be coming right back into this. Rear armor hit. Sherman goes in.
I don't think so.
Oh,
This game is not. This is not code 2. You don't come back in the same way.
At least he went back fighting. He went out fighting. He made a game of it.
There must be reinforcements. We're
GG,
down
well played.
Money is always convincing.
They heard that last bit. Right, okay, so we have got
That actually get.
we've got two more full series to cast. Before the grand final, we're gonna watch Angry Dutchman versus his opponents. I keep forgetting. Momo for show. Yes, we're gonna watch Angry Dutchman Momo for show. Well, before that, we are gonna have a very, very, very small break of around 5 minutes. Orange Pest is gonna get some throat medicine. I'm going to have a pot noodle. I am a very healthy gamer, you see. So, yes, Nanobaggins, we're doing a Crossroads day today. If you don't like Crossroads, you've come to the wrong place. The brand new map for CoH3 3 only released in the past couple of days. So, yes, we will be... No, Ricky Rifle! Could you share them with me, Ricky Rifle? I wasn't aware of their existence. Haven't seen them yet. Yeah, here we go. We've got Mill Road on its way. That's cool. Let's have a look at some of these screenshots. Unfortunately, my face is in the way. I'll move over here for the time being. So, Mill Road is being rebuilt. Have you got the memo, Ricky? You need to make it bigger. We're really thinking that maps need to be bigger in CoH3 3. Don't know how you do that, but yeah, if you can make it bigger, please. Angerville, someone's remaking that. What else have we got? Tunisian Pass by GB Pirate. This is a brand new map. I think this could be pretty interesting. It's going to be a big kind of big canyon warfare. Interesting. And then a couple of other maps on the way. Faymanville rebuild and an Amelie Fields inspired map, but it won't be Amelie Fields. Now, the point is, by the way, why we're remaking CoH2 2 maps, it's not because we are resistant to change. We want to work out how CoH3 3 works by having a familiar setting, and then we can truly see how maps need to be in the future. So already we're figuring out a few things. Maps need to be bigger, need to have less garrisons. The height mechanics need balancing before we can have height in the maps. We're figuring out stuff like this, and then people like White Flash, who's already made his old map in CoH3 3, he'll be able to make a brand new map with better intel. So it'd be terrible if we just made brand new maps from the get-go, because they could just not work, and it could be a big waste of time. So that's why we're doing it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and have a 5-minute break, and we'll be back with the next series really soon.